Hey y'all, it's Holly. So you can probably tell I'm in a different space. I'm actually on vacation. Um, but I'll still do this. Anyway, I watched Man with the Golden Gun. I'm still reading Majesty's Secret Service, so I'll get to that. But I had already watched Live and Let Die a while back, but I'll do a review of that later too. But Man with the Golden Gun was interesting, let's say. Uh, don't know quite make of it. Um, it's definitely one that edges on both serious and not. A lot more not, but like Moore's version of Bond in this is very harsh. Um, well, I've been wanting to see it forever because Christopher Lee's the villain. Of course, I want to see it. And honestly, I wouldn't say disappointing, but like lackluster, I would say. Um, And this is the second outing, and already there's some weird like continuations. So like there's another speedboat chase. Uh, 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 Sergeant or Sheriff J.W. Pepper, Sergeant J.W. Pepper returns, um, which I kind of wish they kept him around and made him like like Moore's particular Felix. Would have been really funny. Um, before I get too far, as well because I want to get into some of the stuff. But before I get too far, remember, if you like my other Bond stuff, go check out my other Bond stuff. If you like my stuff in general, please consider subscribing, leaving a comment. Liking helps a lot too. Sharing amongst your friends, all of that. It's all very welcome. Anyway, yeah. So Bond in this one is investigating this guy Scaramanga, who's this assassin with a golden gun. And like Bond believes he's a target. Turns out it's this guy who has the thing to tap into solar energy. Um, and he goes to uh, China area, yeah, China to try and find him. There's kung fu. You can tell this took place during a time when kung fu was a big thing. Like kung fu movies, like the karate Shaolin movies kind of stuff. Um, let's see. Now, I haven't gone around to the book version of Man with Golden Gun, so I may be wrong, be completely wrong. But in Majesty's Secret Service, um, Mary Goodnight does appear. She's very brief in it, but she does appear. So I'm curious if like they just took her from that book and just put her into Golden Gun movie. She may be in the book. I'll get to that one. I don't know yet. Um, it's definitely, like I said, it's odd. It's an odd vibe. It doesn't feel as slow as definitely doesn't feel as slow as some of the other Bond movies, but it doesn't feel as fast paced. It's kind of a weird middle. There's still some like moments, but um, I think I wish we had more with Scaramanga. Like we had enough, but like Christopher Lee was just downplaying stuff. He was it wasn't sleepwalking, but he wasn't giving his best either. Like if you're going expecting like Dracula or like Hammer horror Christopher Lee, this isn't what you're gonna get. Um, because even like if you're expecting like Saruman Christopher Lee, this isn't what you're getting either. This is chill Christopher Lee. It's still Christopher Lee, so it's still great. Um, you do have, and I don't know his name off the top of my head. My phone is not near me to look it up, so I am sorry. But you do have, I forget his name, but the little person who plays Knick Knack, the main henchman, he was also, you would know him as the assistant to, um, I'm forgetting his name too now. It's coming to me. It's coming to me. I can see it. Okay, whatever. He's the assistant in Fantasy Island, so he kind of plays a weird role where he's looking for planes on two different islands, which is kind of funny. Um, yeah, it's odd. It's an odd one, especially the ending. Like it's been said, like the fight scene at the end's a little naff because it is Bond versus like Nick Nack, and it just doesn't work. And yet, I I feel it's weird to see that this is one of like another one that is heavily influenced and referenced in Austin Powers, because definitely the fight with Nick Nack is 100% a fight with Mini Me, and the fact that Nick Nack is even like Mini Me's in it is like a reference to Nick Nack. Um, so is there's another thing in it. Oh yeah, the kung fu part. Um, I'll get. Never mind. I had a thought, but I won't say it until way down the line. Um, there are some good moments. There's some good moments with Q. A lot of good moments with Q. Actually, this is probably the most Q has to do and most fun he's probably had. Um, one of the examples of how this is like an odd comedic thing, really, is that like so you go you this is in the course of the same movie. You have Bond like almost breaking the arm of the villain's henchwoman, and like slapping her around. And then maybe an hour or so later, he jumps over a bridge and there's a slide whistle sound. So it's tonally weird, but it's not as bad. It's not tonally as bad as like some of the Connery movies. It's not as bad as those. So like they're getting there. They're getting more in line. I do feel like this is going to be like it's a similar situation to how I described comedy movies, where they went from like serious to goofy to blah 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 blah. I feel like that's the situation. Like Live and Let Die was like that good mix where it was serious, but there was still some goofiness, but it wasn't overly which way. But this one has enough goofy moments that I feel like this is an actually better reintroduction to a new Bond than Live and Let Die. I feel like Live and Let Die works better second time around, like as a second movie. Granted, you had to change Pepper's role, like just flip it, but I feel like yeah, this one works better because it still retains some of like the harsh seriousness of that Connery would have. Um, I liked it. I mean, I liked it because of like, of course, like coming off of like something like Thunderball or whatever, and Diamonds Are Forever. I'm gonna like it a lot more than those. Um, but yeah, I don't have much else to say. Um, I'll probably do an update video or something on Majesties because I'm still going through that. But till then, I'll see you.